What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Bryan Carreto, and on this channel, I teach you accounting, audit, and everything it takes to be an awesome CPA. Today is Sunday, and if hopefully you're watching this on a Sunday, or hopefully you're maybe watching this midweek, whenever you're watching this, one thing I always do every Sunday, and I'm very, very meticulous about it, even as I continue to grow through my career, one thing I've always tried to do, even when I was an associate, now being at the director level, I think this is so critical to your overall success. And I know it's a big thing in professional services or even anyone in general to talk about Sunday scaries. To me, I don't know. I think Sunday scaries come from a sense of maybe being a little bit stressed out about the week, me maybe not even knowing what the heck is going to happen, and just literally waking up Monday and hoping things turn out well. I never leave things up to chance ever. So I'm going to kind of take you guys through my process on what I do literally every Sunday. I do this, and I can't tell you, have I missed this before? Yes, but the times that I miss it, I try not to. Out of, I don't know, the last 10 Sundays, I've probably done this 9 times because I get so stressed out myself when I don't plan, when I don't know what's coming, when I don't understand the responsibilities I'm going to have, what's going to be required of me, deadlines, emails I've missed during the week. Just things happen during the week that you necessarily don't know. And I can honestly say maybe Sundays are the one day where kind of everyone, you're not necessarily maybe going to get a bunch of emails that day, or you shouldn't, hopefully. You probably won't be responding to emails. Sundays is typically a day to rest. So that's what I typically do. But around 6, 7 p.m. before I kind of wind down, before I'm going to get ready to start, getting ready for the week and starting planning things out, I pretty much have a routine of what I do. And the first thing I do to take you guys through it is what I like to call a brain dump. With this brain dump, what I do is essentially I literally have this notebook, a pen, and it's important you do that. I try to do this on just because I feel like when you write it down, I don't know if there's studies behind this, but I feel like when you write stuff down, you don't forget it. So what I do, I literally just take out blank sheet of paper, a pen, and all you need to do, try to be in a quiet room or in a quiet setting. And all I do is I literally have a brain dump. Everything, doesn't matter. It can be work related. I try to make this a little bit more work related, but even personal stuff sometimes. I know I got to pay my property taxes soon at the end of the month. So on my property. So I got to pay that on my rentals. So that's kind of been stressing me out literally since October. So I'm going to write this down today finally and kind of let it off my plate, schedule it into my calendar on hey, next Friday, I'm going to plan to make my payment. I book that in my calendar, but that's pretty much what I do. I sit down for a good 25 to 30 minutes. I try to not have any music on. I try to just have this time to, I don't want to call it meditation, but it's in a way, it's sensitive. It's meditating on, hey, what is stressing me out? What is causing me heartache? What is bothering me right now? And again, a lot of the times it is work related, but a lot of the times it's personal. Hey, have I not maybe so funny on a personal level, my tooth started hurting and I just realized oh shoot, I missed my dentist, or I haven't really scheduled a dentist appointment to go for a checkup. I usually try to go every 6 months. So I kind of missed that already. So, stuff like that just comes up that maybe you don't necessarily remember, or it's you have all this buildup stressing you out. I try to avoid that. So this brain dump helps me. And I kind of break it out between work related stuff. And again, work related things, maybe there's an email I forgot to send, or maybe there's just something that I'm just missing I know it's bugging me. And I promise you, if you just sit down and ask yourself, what is bugging me this week? What is stressing me out? What about this week am I worried about? Is there a client I need to call? Is there a meeting I'm avoiding? Is there an email I'm avoiding sending? Is there something I need to review that I haven't reviewed that I put off last week? Whatever that is, write all these things down. Again, take 25, 30 minutes, even an hour just of yourself, just in a quiet room, ideally with no noise on, put some noise cancellation headphones, and just write down everything that's bugging you. Then second thing I do, I pull up either my Outlook or my Gmail. My Outlook is usually for my professional stuff. My Gmail is usually for more personal items. And I really just schedule things out. I'm okay, based on this brain dump, when can I start kind of booking things in? Or when can I do this? When can I do certain things? Or when can I do this? And then what also helps me pull up both calendars, and I look at things that are already scheduled. For example, tomorrow is Monday. Tomorrow I have a workout scheduled literally. So on Mondays, I schedule my workouts at 5 a.m. That's really the only day I schedule it at 5. I usually always go to the 6 a.m. CrossFit class. But on Mondays, I just getting a head start on the week. And I feel it provides me a lot of momentum starting really early and going to bed as early as I can. On Sundays, I usually try to be in bed by 8:30, literally. I'm in bed with my Kindle trying to read and read myself to sleep. And I do maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. I do try to take like a melatonin on Sunday nights, just on Sunday nights, just take it once a week, just to kind of help me ease into bed. I usually stop watching TV about like 6 or 7, or even if I do, I'm on electronics. It just helps me get a start on the week. But I digress. On Mondays, tomorrow I have a workout class from 5 a.m., but then I have a call at 6 a.m. So luckily on Friday before I logged off, I emailed a certain individual like, hey, by the way, I have certain things I need to do on a personal level. Can we maybe push the call back to 6:20? That allows me to get my workout done, kind of get back home, freshen up a little bit, and then just get ready for the 6:20 call in the morning. But then tomorrow is pretty much like from 5 a.m. till, I don't know what time I'm going to be working. So there's certain things that what helped me look at my calendar after doing the brain dump is I kind of schedule things out. And then with also looking at your calendar, you tell yourself, like, even, with this call early in the morning, I knew, oh shoot, I have a call super early. Let me plan for that. Maybe I can't make it, or maybe there's a better time that works for me. Communication is key. I don't care if you're in public accounting. I don't care if you own your own business. It doesn't matter. Communication is so critical, and I can't tell you how many times I screwed up by not communicating early or not communicating certain things that if I would have communicated on time would have avoided me so much heartache, because most of the times people are usually okay with moving certain things. Don't get me wrong, not all the time, but certain times where you feel like, man, I'm on back to back calls. Maybe I can schedule in some time to just like take a breather or decompress or understand or gather my thoughts or take notes from the previous calls, or, before I have to review something. So I don't know. I just think looking at your calendar the week ahead, it helps you plan. And also, let's say like, I don't know, on a Wednesday, I have a meeting with like a prospect or a big client of mine. I want to make sure, okay, if I'm meeting with them on Wednesday, let me block some time off on my calendar on Tuesday to prepare for that meeting. I know I'm going to need, if that meeting's 30 minutes, I need double the amount of time for that. So let me block off an hour to make sure I have all my notes, to make sure I come prepared to that meeting. And doing this just helps you plan ahead. I even ask, on a personal level, I ask like, hey, my partner, is there anything going on this Friday? Do we have any plans this weekend? Do we need to go see your parents? Do I have, I don't know, even personal commitments I need to do? Again, even with friends, hey, is this going on? I hate last minute invites for this reason, because I have to plan out my content. I need to make sure I plan out work related items. I need to make sure I plan out everything. Again, can things move? Of course they can, but I just feel like the better I plan my week, and before I start my week, I make sure I have it planned. I think it's funny. I think Jim Rohn said it best. It's like, don't start the week before you till you have it finished. And I cannot tell you how much that's helped me so much. Next thing I do after that, I pretty much go on my Kanban board. So I plan to make a video showing you guys how I use this application. Kanban board is essentially a Pomodoro technique where you're kind of focused for 25 to 30 minutes and you take a 5-minute break. I find it very helpful, especially there's meetings, and I call that maybe like more shallow, like in Cal Newport's book, Deep Work. That's like shallow work, meetings, taking calls. But then deep work, I try to schedule in at least 6 to 8 Pomodoros a day. And I can't tell you, and that's really only 4 hours of like deep work where I am strictly working on something that takes a lot of my cognitive ability. And I always try to plan that out on my Kanban board. And once I have my Kanban board filled out for the week, again, do things pop up during the week? Of course they are. Do meetings come up out of nowhere? For sure. But the better I have this planned out, the less stressed I am. And today I can kind of go to bed at ease knowing, hey, and then for example, this week is a little hectic for me. I have to travel this week. I'm leaving on Tuesday. So I'm actually going to try to pack up my things today. So I already started doing a little bit of laundry just to make sure I'm not struggling. Tomorrow I'm not stressed out about like, oh my gosh, I haven't done laundry. I don't have enough things for my trip where I'm leaving Tuesday through Friday. So I'm going to be gone all week. So I kind of know that. So today I'm going to be able to kind of do this exercise of looking at the week ahead, looking at any big meetings I have going on. And even when I travel, I try to do the same thing as far as like, okay, if we have an agenda for those 3 days, we're going to be with the client on site. What are we going to talk about? So I'll use Monday to really get ahead. So I blocked off 2 hours on my calendar already for the trip, just to kind of make sure I'm prepared, make sure I'm not missing anything, and to maybe have a call with the team that I'm going to be meeting with ahead of time, just to say, hey, this is kind of the game plan. This is what I'm thinking. Is there anything I'm missing? Is there anything that comes to mind? So it gives me a little bit of buffer to make sure I come prepared and ready to go. And doing this every week has helped me so much, not only achieve a certain amount of success, but just it's made me feel so much better about the week ahead. I actually look forward to the week. I look forward to working this week. I'm actually super excited. I had a really good restful recharge weekend where I'm ready to go. And it helps me just really look forward to everything that I have going on this week, especially even the rest times. On Saturday, I planned that I'm going to go watch a movie, and I'm super stoked for that. And it's going to be a day where, like, once 5 p.m. hits on Saturday, I'm done working that day. I'm just going to enjoy time to recharge, relax. Sunday, wake up a little late, sleep in a little bit, make sure I have all my content and professional stuff done, and then do the same thing over again on Sunday. And I can't tell you guys how much this saves me from Sunday scaries or being stressed out the entire week. If you found value in this video, please make sure to smash the like button below. Till next time, peace.